Hey everyone, I got a quick one today as I set up my studio with a couple more items. I have these filter keepers. Let me wipe this real quick. I feel like there's something on it. I have these filter keepers that's made by PortaKeeper, and we have two different variants. I just hung this one, and then I thought I should actually do a video. So there's our V60 keeper. It's a little bit small for Chemex, but I do use it for Chemex. Fits V60, the O2 size, perfectly. But I have two of these filter keepers. This one's made for 58 millimeter Espresso filters. I got these from Good Brothers Coffee, and he has a lot of different sizes. He has a really cool, here I'll show you real quick. I'm going to help him do some testing. I mean, he has a lot of different sizes. So these are all used just to test the various portafilters, and I have some of these filter keepers. And then I have this other one that's for, this is really what I originally made, was for the Aeropress. So I had like my little tiny Aeropress that comes with it, little holder, and decided it was time to make a wall rack for it. So if you guys haven't bought any PortaKeeper products before, I supply them with 3M command strips, and sometimes I'll have them pre-installed. As I've been selling more and more, I usually just include them in the box, and I place them on the back like so. I cut the ears up like that, and I like to cut the tabs off. So people that are afraid once you stick it to the wall you can't peel it off, a trick that I use, like this one I just placed on so you could pull it off fairly easily. It takes about an hour to really get maximum adhesion. But if you use dental floss and you kind of saw at the back of it, it'll actually saw through that foam, and then you just peel off the residue. Works really fast, really easy. So I wanted to install these. I don't have any Aeropress stuff down here. I made some Aeropress last week, but I brought it home. And I forgot to use these on my video earlier on Instagram, so I want to make it so that they're not in this little pouch and I can just grab them and make it easy to go. So I've thrown these command strips on the back. People worry all the time, are these going to hold my portafilter? Two of these will hold 16 pounds if they're applied properly, so not real worried about it holding up. Typically, I'm going to move around. If you have a level, that will help you a lot. I want to do the 58 on this side. Let's see. It's going to be really hard to throw a level in here. We'll just do it off the edge. So I just really want it to look nice and put together. Then we'll do it on the bottom. So if you just barely place it against the wall and don't really press down, it will stick fairly well. Maybe a little bit crooked. And then you just kind of make minor adjustments before you really press down. Because once it's pressed down and it sits for an hour, they're not really going anywhere. So that's probably about where I want that one. And then we're going to do the same thing. I made it a little bit low. Sorry if you can't see very well. There is the 58, and we'll press it down harder here in a minute. Let's do the same thing here. If I need to move these, that's fine. So I'm going to take a step back. Let's see. They look pretty good. I think I need to move this one in a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, it's already stuck and I've just barely stuck it down. Hope I didn't mess these up. Probably about right there. So what I tell everyone, once you get it just kind of lightly placed, let's go and zoom in a little bit. I usually come in, I'll do it for like a full 30 to 60 seconds, and I put as much weight as I can into it. These parts shouldn't break, but you probably don't want to like push up on these top pieces. And just give it a very firm press against the wall. And what that's doing is it's just allowing all the adhesive just to really grab every little surface of the brick in this case. These don't really require much strength. I could barely get that other one off a second ago. They don't require that much strength because there's really not that much weight that goes into them. But here we have these PortaKeepers, and they go right in there like so. Now, there are different sizes. This is made for 58 millimeters, and there is a little bit of slop because the bottom of every basket is a little bit different. The walls are tapered differently. So this is kind of like the maximum size that they could ever be. And pretty much everything else is going to be smaller, as you can see. So he has some that are bigger, almost more like, I don't know, they're all almost Aeropress size. But the majority of them, this is designed for 58 millimeter. And then I'm going to bring in some Aeropress stuff. I'm actually working on a couple Aeropress toys right now. So that's kind of my full lineup. Since you guys have seen me move in over here, I have my two Portakeepers. These are the 58 millimeter. I call them the Type 1s. And they fit pretty much all your standard machines. It'll fit like your alarm Marzocco. It'll fit like Rocket, ECM, Quick Mill. 58 millimeter TamperKeeper, and it's actually stepped so that you can put a 53 or 54 inside of this. So if you have the Breville, the same one works. If you have the Breville for PortaKeeper, you'll want like a Type 4. We make them for 7 different variants, so just go to our website, www.PortaKeeper.com. I can't list every variant because I can't test every machine, but I try to keep it updated. And then I have our distribution tool keeper, which if you can kind of tell, it's a little bit bigger than this one. So if you put it in there, this one kind of fits crooked. You put this one in here, it's nice and straight. And people use this for all sorts of stuff. I've seen people using them for dosing cups, bellows, all sorts of stuff. So pretty cool, nice little addition. Keeps some stuff out of the way. And then we have like our, got these backwards. Got our V60 keeper. I've had requests lately to make a couple different sizes, so I probably need to make one that's slightly bigger and one that's slightly smaller. So I'll probably have 3 variants. And then I have our 58. I think Brent, if you buy these from Brent, he's going to start carrying these soon because he sells quite a few of those papers. And then we have the one for Aeropress. So if you're just an Aeropress guy or you want your papers pretty easy to access, I mean, I don't know. This is me. I always hated like the V60s in my drawer and my cabinet. So that's why that came about. And it takes up a little bit of room on your wall, but I have a lot of stuff. So I feel like it's really nice and organized. We added the WDT tool last week because I like using the WDT tool on some of these type grinders, especially when they're still kind of seasoning. Sometimes they clump a little bit. I feel like this one's really smoothing out nice. I use it especially with the SSP unimodal burrs. So if you're looking for these papers, I have people ask all the time. I'm going to probably start selling them, buy them from Brent and reselling them. Should be the same price as him here soon, and vice versa. If you want to buy these FilterKeepers, Brent's going to start carrying those from me. So head over to my website, www.PortaKeeper.com. I really like just the look of it. It's kind of just visually nice. A little bit artistic in a way. All your stuff's just nice within hand's reach. You can grab your portafilter, put it in the morning, let it heat up. Grab your tamper your your espresso down. If you use the distribution tool or some of the other mini tools, self-leveling tampers, they usually have like a rim that goes around the tamper so that when it sets on top of the portafilter, so it's actually a little bit bigger. The majority of them fit in this. I have some specs on my website that tell you the maximum diameter. I think it's about, I don't remember, 2.5 inches. So make sure to check it out, or you can send me a message, email, or private message, and I'll try to help you out the best that I can. But thanks. I told everyone that I was going to show everyone how I installed these products, and I kind of got in a hurry and started installing stuff because I wanted to get things going down here. And before I put these last two on tonight, I put this one on. Before I put those two on, I'm like, I'm going to stop everything and do a quick video, show you guys how I put them on. So thanks for watching. Let me know what y'all think.